Alright, welcome back to the channel, and welcome to episode, what are we at now? Is this 15? Episode 15 of 5SSW with American Influence. We're here for the Big Crush Tour, which will, the pay-per-view Big Crush will be headlined by Miwako Katsukawa, defending her world championship once again, this time against the winner of the first ever one-shot tournament, Shiori Jippensha. Big, fun main event. That's broadcasting. Big, fun main event for Big Crush we already have planned. Other than that, honestly, I don't think there's anything else we need to get into. I'll try once more before these new gens graduate, but I don't think Kat Haruyama wants to affiliate with us anymore, which is a bit of a shame. In hindsight, I do wish I didn't cut that off, because in just 1 month I'd be making more than enough money back. But, you know, hindsight's 2020. It is what it is. We don't really even need any more people, let alone young lions. But yeah, it'd be nice. It'd be nice to have that. Maybe at some point we'll reopen the dojo. I mean, at this point in the save, I don't think we'd need it. Because nobody that graduates with the dojo would graduate in time for us to actually use them. Because this is a 4-year run. I plan on stopping at the end of 2026. I'll finish out the final tour, but yeah, 2026 is the cutoff for the save, just to see what we can accomplish in 4 years. Yeah, other than that, I'm really just kind of stalling, as we should just get into this Big Crush Tour where Shiori Jippensha, in just her second pay-per-view back, will be challenging for the world title. Alright, we're here for the first show of Big Crush's tour. We got some fun tag team matches tonight. We have a 2v2v2. The tag champs team sub are in there up against who is it? It's Down to the Mat and High Fly Royalty. We then have a 5v5 between all the members of Apex minus Torment and Sorrow versus all the members of Icon Idols minus High Fly Royalty and Sakura Sada. And then main event, we're going to be, kicking things off with a world title hype match as Best Evers, Shiori Jippensha, Connie Morris in the Uprising take on Chicas Locas, Rika Rina, and Miwako and Maya. So, yeah, let's kick things off. I did not check the booking analysis. I also didn't check if I can do any creative ideas that are risky. No, I can't. No, I cannot. So, yeah, let's kick things off. Venomous versus Young Lions, Sayuri and Mitsu. Sayuri is really fucking good. And, yeah, she's not going to be a Young Lion after this tour, so I cannot wait to push her out the gate. Also, Devil Karubi has been giving her booking skills, so she's immediately going to become a part of the booking team. It's just crazy. Expect a heavy push out the gate from Sayuri. So 47 segment rating for that. 55 for the Rose Queens versus Iyuko and Kiyomi. Zofia and... oh my god, Thea got a 61. Oh my god, oh my god, Jesus Christ. I need Zofia to get over, because these two will be some of the greatest tag team. I could push them to the moon. And then Sakura Sada still has chilly momentum, so I'm giving her another win. I've been holding out hope for her performances to get better, and I don't think they're going to happen, which is really fucking sad, because I really like the idea of her coming back as a more serious competitor, but it's not working. So the triangle tag match, we have a fucking upset as High Fly Royalty win the match. And I say this every time, there's no non-elimination option, so just ignore that it was elimination. So the finish of the match is after 14:22, Michiko Matsuda pins Atsuko Ariyoshi in the middle of the ring. High Fly Royalty lost against Team Sub at Reign Supreme for the tag titles, but they have just effectively earned a tag title shot already right out the gate by pinning the tag champs in this triangle title match. They got a 72. And Team Sub were very, very not happy about this, as they don't give High Fly Royalty any time to celebrate before immediately jumping them and laying them out very unsportsmanlike by the tag champs, but they were very upset with Icon Idols winning tonight. So 55 for that. We have a 5v5 between Icon Idols and Apex. It gets to 69. Usually if I put Birds of Prey in a match, it's just a fucking masterclass every single time, but 5v5s might be their limit, as in the end, Fuyuko Higa pins Megumi Nakajima in 14:38 with the Higa Green Driver. Match gets a 69, and Fuyuko Higa has been on this quest to re-earn a chance to fight for her world championship that she lost. And after pinning Megumi Nakajima here tonight, she is very confident that she's found it. And, sorry, my dog barked and I lost my train of thought. So, essentially, Megumi Nakajima was Miwako's first challenger in her second reign on the last show. She was unsuccessful. However, Fuyuko Higa says that, look, if she can beat the person that just got a world championship match in a singles match, then I don't think there's anybody in 5SSW, in management, or Miwako that could deny that she has finally re-earned the championship match. And Megumi Nakajima says, yeah, that would do it. However, unfortunately, if you go in the ring with me one-on-one, you're not winning. And I'm willing to prove that at the pay-per-view, if that's where you were going with this. And Fuyuko Higa says, yeah, you read my fucking mind. Let's meet at the pay-per-view, and I'll embarrass you, Megumi. So yeah. Our semi-main is set up, Megumi versus Fuyuko Higa. It will probably do better than the main if we're going to be real about it, but we're not, like, struggling for numbers, and I don't like it when the world title doesn't go on last unless there's a tournament or a really good reason. So if we're not, crunching the numbers, crunching for stats, then I can take liberties like that. So, yeah, setting up the semi-main. And then in our main event, Best Ever versus Chicas Locas. Standard Japanese storytelling here. Even though Shiori Jippensha won the one-shot tournament, there are still questions if she can take on Miwako. And at least tonight, she was able to get Miwako in the Jippensha leg lock during this 4v4 after 17:42, getting the submission victory. And then the two have a quick back and forth where Shiori is essentially like, I really thought that when I formed Best Ever, I would have mentally fucked you up beyond repair and ruined your career by you not wanting to ever launch a stable or get friends or anything. And I'll be honest, I was wrong, but it worked for a while. I did rock your world quite a bit by embarrassing you to create Best Ever, and I kind of have created a demon out of it in Chicas Locas. However, I'm going to do to Chicas Locas what I just did to Apex, and that is run through every single one of you that comes in my way and dismantle you from the inside. And if you think that you're going to be able to, and then Miwako cuts her off, she's like, shut the fuck up, essentially, shut the fuck up, I don't care what you have to say, there's no one that can get into my head, you are just the same as everybody else, and you will fall just the same as everybody else. It's 66 to end the show. But we have a post-show press conference by two of the leaders of 5SS Double, Devil Karubi and Sensational Ogiwara, where essentially Devil and Sensational are like, look, normally with a victory from High Fly Royalty, pinning the tag champs, that would, normally, we would give them a world title shot, a tag title shot at the pay-per-view. However, since High Fly Royalty were caught off guard and blindsided, we feel like it only makes sense to do the exact same to Team Sub. So, instead of giving them a full cycle to prepare for a tag title match, they've got about 2 days because we're going to be having that tag title match on the next show. Thank you and goodbye. Bombshell announcement. We're having a tag title match on the very next tour show as punishment for Team Sub acting like a bunch of fucking assholes, essentially. But yeah, that's how we end the show. Gets a nice 63. What's our gate? $6,200. Beautiful work as we go into the next tour show with a tag title match pre-booked. All right, tag title match here on tonight's tour show. High Fly Royalty will get a second shot against Team Sub here tonight on a tour show. We have kind of a weaker main event, as Kinye Mushishiba will team up with the Uprising to take on Maya in the termination, but I do have a creative finish, a positive creative finish, so hopefully it works out. And then we also have a... What else do we have? We have an Apex match. And I'm about to sneeze, so I'm trying to think what the Apex match is. I can't think. Right, Yu Hashimoto's teaming up with Romy and Sei against, Connie Morris and Chibi Violence. This will be Yu Hashimoto's first appearance as, a All-Asian champion. So, hopefully she has a good showing. Without further ado, let's kick off the show. The Gemmei Oonishi and Romy Yamato team successfully defeated Sayuri and Kiyomi to kick things off. Really great start. 63 for a young line match is crazy work, but, Gemmei is insanely good. 53 for Wrestling Passion versus Akira and Mitsumomo Tani. Another really great way to keep things going. And Yuma Maruya doing a fucking young lion match. Yeah, not often Yuma Maruya is doing young lion work, but here she is. I got her in an angle later in the show, so I might as well have her work a match if I'm going to pay her to show up. So yeah, it's time for the tag team title match. Both teams make their entrance. They do a little, pose. I imagine they do the same thing in Stardom they do, where, Ross, well, it's not Rossi anymore, it's, Taro Okada. He stands in the middle, they do a pose for the fucking title match. But as, High Fly Royalty are going back to their corner, Team Sub jump them once again, and it takes a good 2 minutes for the ref and, we'll say, Sensationals in the ring for the picture. It takes a good 2 minutes for order to be restored, and Machiko and Yukiko, they're angry, they have it a lot in their hearts, but mentally they're all there, mentally they're more than there now, but physically, the jump, damn, and the creative finish was a success, big gamble finish was a success, mentally they're more than there, but physically they're more than not there, and thanks to Team Sub jumping High Fly Royalty before the match, High Fly Royalty were able to get it to go 15 minutes, but Team Sub were in control this entire time, getting the victory, kind of weaseling their way out of their second title defense here, but it was a great match at least, it was a really great match, and afterwards, Yuma Maruya and Wrestling Passion come into the ring, and they kind of confront Best Ever, and Yuma's like, what the fuck is that? What are you doing? What are you doing? And, it's essentially like Yuma's like, you better cut that shit out, and Etsuko and Chieko are like, make us. So, yeah, 67 for an Icon Idols and Best Ever confrontation. We then have a 68 rated match between Sei, Monster, and Yu Hashimoto, and Chibi Violence and Connie Morris. Match goes 16 minutes and 43 seconds, and Yu Hashimoto, brand new All-Asian champion Yu Hashimoto, gets the pinfall victory over Amika Miyoshi with the endgame. Yu was head and shoulders above everybody else, and she looks great in her first match as All-Asian champion. And now it's time for the main event. It gets us 74, probably thanks to that creative finish. Kinye in a main event, which is something that doesn't happen ever. But this match and the story of this match was all about Maya. Maya has just lost the All-Asian Championship. This is her first victory since losing it. And she looked great. She looked like a top star. And even though pop-wise in TEWC she's a top star, in our storyline hierarchy, she's not a top star yet. But she cuts a promo where she's like, look, I had one hell of a run as All-Asian champion. And as much as I'd love to regain that belt, because I do love that belt, I think it is time for me to make that next step into the main event scene. And I'm going to continue to work hard and all that, but eventually Gemmei Oonishi cuts her off. And Gemmei Oonishi says, no, not like this. Look, Maya, first off, you aren't that good, okay? Second off, there are too many people in this company right now that actually deserve world title matches, that deserve to be at the top of the card, that deserve to be main eventing shows, and you are not one of them. Alright? Me and my partner, Fuyuko, are both struggling to get world title matches. We're both working our asses off to get world title matches. So I'm not going to let anybody, let alone you, get in the way. I'm not going to let you wedge your way into the already compact and tight main event scene. And if you want to wedge your way in there, you're going to have to push me aside. And Maya says, if you want a match at the pay-per-view, I'd be more than happy to take you on to prove that I am worth it. And Gemmei says that is exactly what I'm asking for, because that's going to be one of the easiest matches of my life. So yeah, third match pre-booked for the pay-per-view, Gemmei Oonishi versus Maya. Not a number one contenders match per se, but if Maya can win this, then I mean, who knows when she'll get a world title match. Probably not that long after. So 79 angle to end the show. Really fucking great show here. 6,500 gate. Yeah, honestly, one of the best tour shows we've ever put on tonight. Thanks to those creative finishes hitting way better than I thought they would. So, yeah, things are looking great after 2 tour shows. Alright, time for tour day 3. We got a big main event here. Maya and the Determination versus Apex's Birds of Prey and Yu Hashimoto. We also got a 5v5 between Chicas Locas' The Quad Squad and Miwako versus Best Ever's Connie, Shiori, The Uprising, and they're teaming with Kinye. And then High Fly Royalty are going to have a chance at some revenge in a 4v4 where they team up with Paige Croft and Eri Sato to take on Chibi Violence and the tag champs. So yeah, good show. We got some pretty big names on the show tonight, including Zofia Jankovic, who has an incredible win-loss record despite her momentum. So yeah, 56 for her, winning again. Eventually, I promise her eventually she will have good momentum. Yuma Maruya, I wasn't going to put her in another Young Lion match. However, she complained that Akira needs to be cut, even though she only has a year of experience. And I thought that was hilarious that she's bitching about a Young Lion. So her punishment is, if you have a problem with the way Akira works, to train her your fucking self. So Yuma Maruya and Hart Saito have defeated Akira and Sayuri Honda. And Chitose gets a victory. And she has good chemistry with Kiyomi. So honestly, I don't know. What's the next pay-per-view? What is it? It's Queendom Parade. This might be a pay-per-view match next month. Because Kiyomi's going to graduate. It would be fun to have both her and Sayuri have some matches at the pay-per-view. So, fuck, dude. This might be a pay-per-view match next month to see how it does. So, 49 for that. Then we have the 4v4. It goes 14-47. And Asami Okubo picks up the victory, submitting the current Triangle Champion Machiko Matsuda with the Judo Choke Sleeper. But yeah, the story of the match is Team Sub continue to fuck with High Fly Royalty. The match gets to 68, and eventually Yuma Maruya and Hart Saito have had enough as Team Sub continue to fuck with High Fly Royalty and Paige Croft and Eri Sato today as well. But mainly High Fly Royalty. They continue to beat them down after the show, taunting with Chieko puts on Machiko's hat and fucking prances around with it. And eventually Yuma Maruya, Hart Saito, they come in, they chase off Best Ever, and Yuma Maruya grabs a microphone and she's like, you know what, fine. If this is what it takes to get you to stop, I will make you, in your own words, I will, quote, make you stop. So how about this? You two find another partner. I don't give a fuck who it is. I don't care which of you nerds you team with. But at the pay-per-view, me, Hart Saito, and her partner Paige Croft are gonna shut you the fuck up. You two, whoever you want, we're having a 3v3 at the pay-per-view. So yeah, next show, I'll probably decide who it is. Well, I've already decided, but Next show will officially announce the members of the 3v3. But yeah, Yuma, Hart, and Pagecroft are looking to finally shut up and stop Team Sub from being a bunch of pricks to their friends. So 56 for that angle. We then had a 63 for the 5v5 as Chicas Locas, Hana, Hoshiko, Rika, Rina, and Miwako defeat Kinye, Connie, Talia, Selena, and Shiori. I don't know why the names are split like that. That's kind of fucking weird, but whatever. The match goes 15 minutes and 2 seconds when Miwako pins Kinye Mushishiba with the Katsukawa bomb. Yeah, just previewing some more, doing some more hype work for the world title main event match here in this 5v5 as Miwako has an incredible performance. Talia is still great. Kinye's kind of not doing that well, but I'm sorry, Connie is kind of not doing that well, but it is what it is. 63 for the match. And then our main event gets a fucking, holy shit, 82 on a oh my god, okay. What the fuck? Understandable. I mean, it's Maya and the Termination versus Birds of Prey and you. When in doubt, motherfucking Birds of Prey it out. 82 for the main event as Gemmei Oonishi hits the Flying Dagger leg drop on Maya, gets the pinfall victory, and then they have some banter after the match. One-on-one, just kind of like Gemmei being like, you're not ready to move up to the main event scene. I just fucking beat you. And Maya's like, yeah, shut up. It doesn't matter. Actually, thank you even for giving me this match. Thank you, actually. I'm not only not dejected, I'm glad that I got this match against you because now I know what to expect and I'm going to expose that at the pay-per-view. Yeah, just not really important. Just more banter to hype the pay-per-view match that these two are going to have. As, yeah, we get a 74 because fucking holy shit, an 82 on a tour show. Crazy work. $6,200 dollar gate. Yeah, I mean, left speechless after tonight. I am left speechless after that show. Okay, halfway point of the Big Crush Tour is here. We got a Best Ever versus Apex main event. Shiori and the Uprising versus Romisei and Monster. Who else we got on the card? We've got Zofia teaming up with Chibi Violence against... Who is it? Is it paid? No, it's Eri Sato and High Fly Royalty. And what's the other match? I don't know why I'm trying to think. Kinye and Wounded Warriors versus Best Ever's Team Sub and Connie Morris. And this is kind of going to be a spoiler for the show, but I just realized I kind of want to protect Eri Sato and keep her strong. I forgot how over she is now. So yeah, sorry. We'll get into that in a minute. But first things first, Rika Rina defeats Young Lions, Iyuko, and Sayuri. Decent little performance, 50 to kick off the show. I forgot to check the booking analysis, but we're doing fine. Just a slightly overused, that doesn't affect us. Teaming Pagecroft and Sakura Sada up, hoping to find some chemistry between these two stablemates. Maybe give Sakura Sada a little extra help. But no, decent little match though, 47 for this. And then we have Thea Davis in a singles match. Usually Zofia is in this spot, but Zofia is in the next match as her team actually does get the victory, as I just spoiled. It wasn't Zofia herself, but it was Amiko Miyoshi, who pinned Michiko Matsuda with the Miyoshi Cradle. 66, this was the steal of the show. Very good match, and I don't know if you guys are picking up what I've been putting down here, but that is now the second show in a row where a member of Chibi Violence, the other one this time, has a pinfall victory over the current Triangle Champion, and that means that, yes, at the pay-per-view, Michiko Matsuda will defend her championship in a triple threat against both members of Chibi Violence. And, yeah, we'll see how this goes for the Triangle Champion Michiko Matsuda. Will she be able to retain, or will Chibi Violence be able to work together to give one of them the title going into Big Crush? So 48 for that angle. Our following match, Kinya Mushishibo teamed up with Best Ever on the last show and took the fall. So they are teaming up. She is teaming up with Wounded Warriors against Best Ever this week around. No real bad blood. There's no story. That isn't really important. I just thought it was cool that it kind of happened. Because the story of this match is that Connie Morris looks like a fucking beast. I don't care that she was the weak link. She looked like a fucking beast. And she looked so dominant that Team Sub announced that, yeah, we're going to be teaming up with this behemoth of a woman. And Yuma Maruya, I hope you're getting what you wanted, because you're going to have to go toe-to-toe with us and Connie Morris at the pay-per-view. So good luck getting us to shut up and stop, or whatever it is you think you can achieve at the pay-per-view. So yeah, 65 for that angle. And then our main event gets a crisp, clean 70 as Best Ever get the victory in 1938 when Shiori Jippensha locks in the Jippensha leg lock on Romi Yamato. Great way to finish the show. Shiori Jippensha lost on the last show. Her first loss since returning, but she immediately gets her win back here tonight. Finish the show. We finish with a perfect rating, 64, to end things out. $6,400 gate. And yeah, that is the halfway point of the Big Crush Tour. Pretty good stuff. Pretty good stuff. Alright, day 5 is, yeah, we're previewing some more matches. We got Miwako versus some people in Best Ever. We got Monster, Gemmei, and Fuyuko Higa up against the big 3 of the Icon Idols, Heart Saito, Megumi Nakajima, and Yuma Maruya. In our main event, we got the Rose Queens in action against some members of Apex, and then kicking our show off after Venomous defeating Kiyomi and Mitsu in a nice 47 rated match. We have all 3 members in the Triangle Championship. We'll get a win against a Young Lion tonight. Get all 3 women some momentum going into that title match. And Chibi Violence is just making a quick footnote here that they're not exactly, like, quite as, quite as synergized as they usually are. Don't know what that's all about, but they still get the victory here at 53. And 61, oh my god, they have great chemistry. Holy fuck, this match is going to be run so much. Oh my god, I cannot wait until Sayuri. I can't wait. Next month, guys. Next month. Oh, man, next month. All right, 61. Great fucking match. I was literally just saying, like, oh, this match is going to be fucking underrated as shit. Nope. Nope. So, yeah, kicking things off, we have the Rose Queens getting the shock upset against Apex's Romi and Yu Hashimoto. Yu Hashimoto gets pinned by Thea Davis after the Rose Queens hit the Thorn to be Wild. Match gets a 66. But yeah, Thea Davis gets a pinfall victory, has a really great performance, and has now officially earned an All-Asian Championship match at the pay-per-view, pinning the current champion, and Yu Hashimoto's first title defense is set. Thea Davis, Yu Hashimoto, great shit. 80 overall, 80 angle. Incredible stuff. We're hitting on all cylinders with this angle. And then we go right into a 69 rated match. Miwako, Maya, and the Termination. I almost called them the Unstoppable because of Unstoppable Tai. The Termination get the victory against the Uprising and Wounded Warriors. Miwako continues to best ever when she faces them, going into her world title match against their leader, Shiori Jippensha. And then in our main event, we have Megumi Nakajima getting her win back as the big 3 get the victory over Monster, Higa, and Gemmei in 22:08 when Megumi Nakajima pinned Monster Ishimura. If you remember, this whole thing started with Fuyuko Higa pinning Megumi Nakajima in the first episode of the first show of this tour. And Megumi gets the win tonight, and she essentially says, look, I'm not going to be the pushover you hope I was. Higa's like, no, I'm not letting tonight rule over my conscience. You are still the prey that I know you are. Just some light back and forth. Maybe not light, but light mic work is what I meant. They dig into each other. They don't like each other. And they continue to hype up the match that they're going to have at the pay-per-view. But yes, 71 rated match to end the show. Fucking great shit. Again, 72. 6,400 gate. I mean, things are really coming together. I'm really like, in terms of rating, we're really just fucking striking gold in this save right now. 2023 might be one of the best years in 5SSW history if things continue this way. Okay, it is time for the final tour show of the episode. We got a big one, as we always do. It's the Go Home Tour show. We got some just big matches, and we'll get into them when we get into them, because I can't remember any of them. But we're kicking things off with Venomous getting the victory again against Ayuko Osagawa and Mitsumo Motani. Nami Genda gets the win, and commentary puts her over a lot. You know, the young upstart, the accidental victory, the retconned loss that she had, we don't acknowledge. But the young upstart this, the young upstart that. And, it's gotten on somebody's nerves. It's got on the returning Lady Lotus's nerves. She is back from her injury. She broke her neck all the way back in fucking, what was it? What pay-per-view was that? I gotta check. I think it was Queendom Parade. It was almost a year ago. Queendom Parade was the last match she had, which was the April pay-per-view of last year, so week 1 of Friday last year in April. She has been out, and she's back, and she's madder than ever. She said she's been dying to get back into the ring. She's done nothing but sit at home and do physical therapy and rehab her body, and now that she's finally back, she wants to take on this, quote, young upstart that everybody's been talking about. Oh, she's the next big thing. Nami Genda. She's going to be a top name in 5SSW. And Lady Lotus, she says, I want to kill this young upstart. I don't want anybody fucking making waves while I have anything to say about it. So Nami Genda, you bring everything you've got to that pay-per-view, and we'll see how much of an upstart you really are when you take on me. And that is the final match pre-booked for the pay-per-view. Lady Lotus having her first match back against the young upstart Nami Genda. As we go into our next Young Lion match, Eri Sato and the Wounded Warriors defeat Akira, Kiyomi Mizuka, and Sayuri Honda. 53 rated match. We then get into a match between the Rose Queens and Kinya Mushishiba, where I felt bad because Kinya's done a lot of jobbing this torso. So, hyping Thea Davis up for her All-Asian title match. She gets the victory over Rina Kasahara with the flying elbow drop. Really good stuff. Kinya got a win. Good to see 61. Thea's got some momentum going into the pay-per-view. We then have a match that I put together because I had 20 minutes. So, Apex's Romy, Saiyan Monster get another victory here. This time against Rika and the termination of Chicas Locas. Monster had the fucking performance of the match. Oh my god, what does this world come to? What does this world come to? Yeah, I just put this together. None of these women are on the pay-per-view, so I thought I'd give them a match here tonight. So, yeah, 65 for that. Our next match gets a 61, a 5v5 between Icon Idols and Best Ever. And, the story once again is like, Chibi Violence just kind of like really not on the same page, and it got to a point where Etsuko has to fucking put them aside and fucking like during the match, like, you guys need to get your shit together, and it doesn't work, as eventually Asami Okuba finds herself locked in the Memphis Deathlock by Paige Croft to give Icon Idols the submission victory. So, maybe the Triangle Championship, maybe the fact that these two women are fighting for a singles title, they might not be able to put their differences aside to work together for the betterment of the stable. And Shiori Jippensha will have their fucking heads on a spike if that's what the reason is. But who knows? It's time. We'll only be able to know once the match happens. So a 61 for that. And our main event, Shiori Jippensha and Gemmei Oonishi team up to face their matchups for the pay-per-view, Miwako Katsukawa and Maya. And if you thought Chibi Violence had dysfunctionality, you have not seen the team of Shiori Jippensha and Gemmei Oonishi. They didn't even try to get along. Shiori Jippensha feels she's so much better than Gemmei Oonishi. Gemmei Oonishi not a fan of Shiori Jippensha. Miwako and Maya best friends. The outcome was predictable. Gemmei gets hit with the Katsukawa bomb and gets the victory. And Shiori Jippensha just kind of like takes the time to kind of bury everybody. Just like, you know what, fuck it, whatever. This doesn't mean shit. You fucking handicapped me by putting me with a literal fucking useless piece of trash with Gemmei Oonishi. And I don't care. Miwako, paper champion, Mickey Mouse champion. Tonight means nothing because I will still walk out of Big Crush with your belt. Maya, you're a fucking joke. You will never, ever be able to challenge me for my new championship. Gemmei Oonishi is good for absolutely nothing except predicting the career future of you, and that is that you are a nobody and you fucking have already peaked. So please, everybody, do not pay attention to this match because I am the best that's ever gonna do it. And tonight was a bad representation of me. And yeah, just kind of burying everybody. Really fun way to close things out with a 69 rated promo. The show itself gets a 71. I mean, with that main event, I'd be surprised if it didn't. Holy fuck, we broke 7K. We broke 7K with our gate. Holy shit, let's fucking go. Oh my god. Record profits incoming, guys. Our merchandising upgraded, and we've already broken 7K with the new merchandising. Yeah, let's get into the pay-per-view. Big Crush 2023 is upon us. I got some good creative finishes for this one. And this is really going to be the big test for our new commentators. I don't remember if I showed them off in this episode. If I haven't, I'm sorry. But at the end of the last stream, at the end of the last episode, you saw our commentators really fucked us. They really fucked us on the show. And at the end of the last stream, we hired 3 new commentators. We hired Black Canvas Grappling's guy. And then we hired Yosai and Hiroya. Goman is gonna... We will move the schedule around in case he is double booked for a pay-per-view. But for a tour show, we're gonna leave it. And then Hiroya Iwamoto will kind of take the reins. For a tour show, it's fine. But I always will make sure that Goman will be here for the pay-per-views. So essentially, this is their test. If we get hit with the penalty that the commentary sucked, then I know that I've wasted my money, which is a shame. But, yeah, no more excuses in terms of that. Other than that, let me run down the card real quick. Opening the show, we've got Nami Genda versus Lady Lotus. Then we have the Triangle Championship match. Chibi Violence, both Asami and Amiko will challenge Machiko Matsuda for the Triangle Championship. We then have a 3v3 between Team Sub and Connie Morris versus Wrestling Passion and Yuma Maruya. Then the All Asian Championship, Yu Hashimoto's first defense here against Thea Davis. Our next match is Gemmei Oonishi versus Maya. Gemmei trying to also solidify herself as a title contender, while Maya is trying to break into the main event scene, and Gemmei is trying to prevent anyone else from breaking into the main event scene. Our semi-main, Megumi Nakajima versus Fuyuko Higa. Higa believing this will be the final match in her quest to get a world title shot, and Megumi Nakajima trying to prove that she wasn't a weak challenger and she deserves a second chance. And in our main event, Shiori Jippensha, after winning the one-shot tournament, will get her world title match against Miwako Katsukawa. And, yeah, without further ado, let's open the show. And let's see how Lady Lotus does in her return match. Lady Lotus is rusty, but that will soon go away. She got a really bad performance. However, we were kind of expecting that. She's really far behind in terms of the other women on the roster, but hopefully once that ring rust goes away, she will go back to the glory that she once had. Her head is at like a 40, so that's also going to be weighing on her. But in terms of kayfabe, she got the victory tonight. And yeah, she cuts a quick promo afterwards where she's essentially like, look, motherfuckers, I'm back. I don't care what happened while I was gone. I don't know what an icon idol is. I don't know Spanish. And for all I'm concerned, I'm the best wrestling Joshi has to offer. So I don't give a shit who stands in my way. But I'm going to be wasting no time. And before you know it, I'm going to have championship gold around my waist once again. And a 46 rated angle for Lady Lotus. That's really good for her angle stats. Triangle championship match. Things finally came to a head. We were kind of teasing it with Asami and Amiko not really being able to get along. And that strategy we were talking about with Chibi Violence possibly working together and then eventually having one of them pick up the victory, that lasted about 99 seconds before they started throwing fists and it became a true 1v1v1. And in the end, the advantage of having your tag team partner was no advantage at all, as Michiko Matsuda pins Asami Okuba with the run-up Rana after 13:35, making defense number 6 of the Triangle Championship. I was very, very close to giving Amiko Miyoshi the title here. However, I don't feel like now is the time. I don't feel like now is the time for Michiko Matsuda to lose the belt. And I feel like it's inevitable. Amiko gets a belt in some form, singles or tag. I just don't feel like this was the match to do it in. So Michiko Matsuda retains the belt as we go into our next match. Icon Idols versus Team Sub and Connie Morris. And 75 rated match, really good stuff. However, it's the Icon Idols that stand tall as Yuma Maruya hits the Yuma special on Etsuko Ariyoshi, gets the victory. Great performance from my girl Yuma tonight. She's constantly proving why she's... Oh my god, Etsuko got an 83. I completely fucking... Etsuko's great. Etsuko's also great. Yuma still got it, though. Yuma's still a GOAT. Don't forget how good Yuma can be. But yeah, great performance here tonight. 75 rated match. And afterwards, if you remember, Heart Saito had a little bit of a talking to by Etsuko, saying that she's not worthy. She sucks. And Etsuko and Heart gets in Etsuko's face, who I forgot to put in the angle. I'm sorry. Just pretend she's here. She gets in Etsuko's face and she says, am I still not worthy now? Do I still need to change to get better? And, yeah, she gives her a nice little kick over the face before Hart and Paige hold up the tag titles, signaling that they will be attempting to go after these tag belts before long. Will it be at the next pay-per-view? Who knows? But Hart and Paige have their sights set on Team Sub's Tag Team Championships. 76 rated angle. Yu Hashimoto's first defense of the All Asian Championship. I'm not going to beat around the bush. I'm not having Yu Hashimoto win this belt and immediately lose it. Despite Thea Davis being a great fucking wrestler and me giving her a chance here, I did not give her the belt, as Yu Hashimoto gets the victory in 20 minutes and 4 seconds with the end game, makes her first defense. Match got a 79. Great stuff. Great stuff. Following that, we have Gemmei Oonishi versus Maya. The match is going to go about 22 minutes, and Maya puts up one hell of a performance. Win or lose, Maya has kind of proven that she can hang with the top people. So even though she lost, her point was still kind of proven, if I'm going to be honest. Her point was kind of proven. She can hang. She just can't finish just yet. Or at least tonight, she can't finish. Maybe if she gets more reps against high-quality opponents in singles matches, maybe the outcome will be different. But tonight, Gemmei Oonishi was just better. As the match rating gets a 76, she hits the flying dagger leg drop, gets the victory. Both women got a 76 performance. And, but yeah, Gemmei Oonishi completely disagrees with me as she grabs a microphone and she essentially looks down at Maya as she says, look, you got fight in you, I'll give you that. But Maya, you've hit your ceiling. The All-Asian title is as high as you will ever go. Third to last in a singles match is the closest you'll ever get to a main event. I would say come back to me after you've trained, but I don't think we both need to waste our time. And she drops the microphone and walks off. Gemmei Oonishi, not confident in Maya. Up next, a battle, an absolute war between Megumi Nakajima and Fuyuko Higa. Both women not giving up. Both are kicking out of big move after big move, hitting big move, but they're both so tired they're unable to make the cover. Eventually, Fuyuko Higa, she picks her up. She hits her with her finish. I can't remember what it is. She hits her with her finish, but she also collapses. And as she goes for the cover, the match ends. As it's been 30 minutes and the time limit has expired. There's always a 30-minute time limit on a 5 SSW match. And these two women hit it. After almost securing the victory, Fuyuko Higa is not able to get the victory, but she's also not able to lose, and neither is Megumi. Megumi doesn't lose either. 81 rated match as the time limit expires, and we have an angle afterwards where both women are just kind of bickering at each other like, look, tonight meant nothing. If we ever get a rematch, I'm not fucking waiting. I'm not taking my time. I'm beating you. And then the other person responds with the, no you're not, essentially. Yeah, both women feel like they, Higa's like, look, I went toe-to-toe with the last challenger. I am just as good as I say I am. I deserve a title match. And Megumi's like, shut the hell up. No. I just went to a time limit draw after a major loss. I mentally am still here. I went to a time limit draw with the previous world champion. If you get a title match, I'm on the same goddamn level as you. If you get one, I get one. And yeah, just essentially like, I'll beat you next time. No, you're not a worthy challenger over me, essentially. Main event, Shiori Jippensha versus Miwako Katsukawa. It is Miwako's second defense of her world championship. The match goes about 26 minutes, I think I put it for. Shiori Jippensha, she gets really fucking close, but she is not able to seal the deal, suffering her first singles loss since her return, unable to put away Miwako Katsukawa, as Miwako hits her with the Katsukawa bomb in 26-28, makes defense number 2 of the 5SSW World Championship. And we have an angle afterwards. It's a two-parter. I didn't make it a two-parter, my bad, but it's a two-parter. So the first part is essentially Miwako saying, look, Shiori, I know you were on top of the world when you left, when you got injured, but things have changed. Because when you left, I wasn't around, and you were fighting for my vacated title. But now that you're back, and you see the landscape, you have witnessed firsthand that you are not the top dog anymore. You were never the top dog. I was always the top dog, alright? So, why don't you go back to the lab, and come back to me when you actually are gonna win. And she drops the mic and she walks off. And Shiori is surrounded by her stablemates. First the Uprising, and then Team Sub kind of run out. Shiori was clearly expecting the Uprising and not Team Sub, which is kind of strange, because when you remember to when the Best Ever were first forming, Team Sub were really her right-hand men, and the Uprising were just the tag champs that were, like, really good soldiers. But ever since this return, Shiori has kind of seemed a lot closer to the Uprising. And when Etsuko helps her up, Shiori kind of shoves her off a little, and she's like, get the fuck off of me. She grabs a microphone. She is fucking pissed. She is not taking this loss well. Shiori is pissed, and she says, Etsuko, please explain to me, when I got injured, who the blue fuck put you in charge. And Itsuko's like, I was taking initiative. I'm like, when have I ever asked any of you assholes to take initiative? And when I say assholes, I mean you two. Because you two have ran around, made a mockery of my fucking stable, all while Itsuko's running shit. The Uprising have explained to me what's been going on from what I haven't seen. Because I've been watching as a fan. I've been recovering. I haven't been backstage. The Uprising have been telling me that what I've seen is the tip of the iceberg, because behind the scenes, it's a fucking mess with you at the helm. So, remind me, Itsuko, who the pink fuck put you in charge? And Itsuko's like, nobody. And she's like, great. Where do I go with this? It was going so well. Fuck. Okay, so, because it seems that you have tried to overthrow me and then make a complete mockery of your own tag team by bitching and whining for a tag title shot. And then all of a sudden just like getting your shit together, winning the Dynamo tag, and then winning the tag titles? Why didn't you just do that from the fucking start? I know why, because you're a goddamn numbskull. And it's a complete travesty that someone like you is working alongside me. And then as she says that, Selena and Talia put the tag champs in a chokehold. And she says, I will never be caught dead aligning myself with either of you two ever again. Finish them. And then Selena and Talia both hit their respective finishers on Itsuko and Chieko, effectively removing them from the best ever stable. Shiori did not put Itsuko in charge. She is not happy with how she's handled herself, how she's handled the stable while she was gone, and she has responded by removing them forever from best ever. And we end the show on a bombshell angle, 77 rated show. Good shit, I guess. Finish that shit. Address the locker room. Higo, you were really great. Itsuko, you were also really great. Who else was good? I wasn't paying attention. I wasn't paying attention. I don't know who else did good. Who have I been giving praise to? I've been giving praise to a lot of the same people. So let me do somebody I don't often. I haven't given praise to Miwako in a while. So Higa, Itsuko, Miwako. We made $34,000. We're fucking rolling in dough. Oh my god. What a finish to the pay-per-view. What a finish. Shock turn on her original two right hands. Because that's what it was. When I started Best Ever, I'm like, I want Shiori and Team Sub to be the helm of this. And then when Shiori went down, the second she went down, I'm like, this is what we're doing. Not happy. The only gold that Best Ever have seen under Itsuko's interim quote-unquote leadership was a tag title reign that took forever to get started. Yeah, let's see. How did we do? We did really well. How much money did we make? We made 59. We broke the record. We broke the record for performance last month, and we made a shit ton of money this month. And let me remove Team Sub from Best Ever. They're gone. This is what Best Ever looks like now. A smaller stable, but I mean compact and hopefully deadlier. Who knows? Who knows how it'll go? She's dropped the dead weight. And yeah. I hope you all enjoyed the way that show ended. I hope it caught you off guard, and if not, I hope the promo was sufficient. But yeah, we will continue to build on that in our next tour of Queendom Parade. the Queendom Tour and Queendom Parade show, our final tour and show before our second Joshi Mania. So I hope you all come back to see how that goes down, to see what we're doing at Joshi Mania. Yes, I don't know. I usually end my episodes with like, I hope you all come back for this, but I've said I hope you all come back 3 times, so I was trying to think of a different closing, but I can't think of one. So yeah, come back for Queendom Parade and the fallout of the removal of Team Sub from Best Ever.